Hello, and welcome back to The Vital Years, the podcast committed to helping you embrace your later years with vitality and strength. Today, we're tackling a challenge that, for many, becomes an unwelcome, constant companion: the relentless ache of aging joints and weakening bones. It's more than just a discomfort. It's a silent erosion of our independence, turning simple acts like walking, lifting, or even opening a jar into painful, frustrating battles. This isn't just about feeling a little stiff. It's about the very foundation of our mobility, our ability to live life on our own terms, slowly yet surely crumbling. The thought of a fall, a fracture, or chronic debilitating pain can cast a long shadow over what should be our golden years. But what if the path to stronger bones and less joint pain begins right on our dinner plates? To guide us through this critical conversation, we are incredibly fortunate to have a leading expert with us today. She is an orthopedic specialist who has dedicated 23 years of her life to the intricate science of musculoskeletal health, helping countless patients reclaim their comfort and mobility. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Carlies. Dr. Carlies, let's establish a foundational understanding. Why do bone and joint issues, like osteoporosis and osteoarthritis, become so prevalent as we age? What are the underlying reasons for this seemingly inevitable decline in our skeletal health?
That's a crucial question, Emily. While aging is a natural process, the decline in bone and joint health isn't entirely inevitable, and understanding the mechanisms is key to prevention. For bones, the primary concern as we age is osteoporosis, a condition where bones become brittle and fragile due to loss of tissue, leading to increased risk of fractures. This happens for several reasons. Bone remodeling imbalance. Throughout our lives, bone is constantly being broken down by osteoclasts and rebuilt by osteoblasts, a process called remodeling. In our younger years, bone formation outpaces breakdown, leading to peak bone mass around age 30. After that, especially for women postmenopause due to a sharp drop in estrogen, which is crucial for bone protection, bone breakdown starts to exceed formation. For men, the decline is more gradual but still occurs. Nutrient deficiencies. Many older adults simply don't consume enough calcium and vitamin D, which are foundational for bone strength. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, and as we age, our skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight decreases, and our kidneys are less efficient at converting it to its active form. Sedentary lifestyle. Bones respond to stress and weight-bearing activity by becoming stronger. A lack of regular exercise, especially strength training and weight-bearing activities, means less stimulus for bone formation. Medications and medical conditions. Certain medications like corticosteroids and chronic conditions like hyperthyroidism, kidney disease, or malabsorption disorders can interfere with bone health. For joints, the main culprit is often osteoarthritis, a degenerative joint disease where the protective cartilage that cushions the ends of your bones wears down over time. This leads to bone rubbing on bone, causing pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility. Reasons for this include wear and tear. Years of use naturally take a toll on cartilage. Inflammation, low grade. Chronic inflammation can contribute to cartilage breakdown. Genetics. Some people are genetically predisposed to developing osteoarthritis. Previous injuries. Joint injuries from earlier in life can accelerate cartilage degeneration. Obesity. Excess body weight places significantly more stress on weight-bearing joints like knees and hips, accelerating cartilage wear. Muscle weakness. Weak muscles around a joint can lead to instability and increased stress on the joint structures. So, while aging is a factor, it's often the interplay of these various elements: hormonal changes, nutritional gaps, lifestyle choices, and cumulative wear that leads to the significant bone and joint issues we see in older adults. The good news is that many of these factors are within our control.
Thank you, Dr. Carlies, for illuminating those complex processes. It really helps us understand why these issues emerge. Now, let's turn to some questions from our listeners. Do we have any audience members who'd like to ask the doctor a question?
Dr. Carlies, we hear a lot about calcium and vitamin D for bones, but what are the most essential foods to include in our diet, specifically for building and maintaining strong bones as we age? And equally important, what foods should we absolutely avoid or strictly limit because they can actually harm our bone density or worsen joint pain?
That's a fantastic question, and one I get frequently. Diet is a cornerstone of bone and joint health. Let's start with foods you should prioritize for strong bones and healthy joints. Dairy products, or fortified alternatives, these are classic for a reason. Milk, yogurt, and cheese are excellent sources of calcium. Opt for low-fat or fat-free versions if you're managing cholesterol. If you're lactose intolerant or vegan, fortified plant-based milks, almond, soy, oat, and yogurts are great alternatives. Leafy green vegetables. Don't underestimate these. Kale, spinach, collard greens, and broccoli are packed with calcium, vitamin K, and magnesium, all vital for bone health. Vitamin K helps bind calcium to the bone matrix. Fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, and tuna are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and, crucially, vitamin D. Omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatory agents, which can be very beneficial for reducing joint pain and inflammation associated with conditions like arthritis. Fortified foods. Look for cereals, orange juice, and some plant-based milks that are fortified with vitamin D and calcium. This is a great way to boost your intake. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts provide magnesium, calcium, and healthy fats. Chia and flax seeds are also excellent sources of omega-3s. Legumes. Beans and lentils offer magnesium, fiber, and some calcium, contributing to overall nutrient intake. Fruits, especially berries and citrus, rich in vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production, a key component of cartilage and bone matrix. Antioxidants in fruits also help combat inflammation. Now, let's address the foods you should strictly limit or avoid because they can negatively impact bone density or exacerbate joint pain. High sodium foods. Excessive sodium intake can lead to calcium excretion through urine. This means your body is losing valuable calcium, weakening bones over time. Highly processed foods. Canned goods, fast food, and salty snacks are big culprits. Read food labels carefully. Sugary drinks and added sugars. High sugar intake can contribute to inflammation throughout the body, which can worsen joint pain. Moreover, consistently high sugar levels can indirectly affect bone health by contributing to weight gain and nutrient displacement. Excessive caffeine. While moderate caffeine intake is generally fine, very high consumption, e.g., more than 400 milligrams per day, or 4 cups of coffee may slightly interfere with calcium absorption and lead to increased calcium loss through urine. Excessive alcohol. Chronic. Heavy alcohol consumption is toxic to osteoblasts, bone-building cells, interferes with calcium and vitamin D absorption, and increases the risk of falls. Refined grains, white bread, pasta, etc. These offer little nutritional value and can contribute to inflammation. Opt for whole grains instead. Red and processed meats in excess. High intake of red and processed meats has been linked to increased inflammation, which can aggravate joint pain. While protein is important, balance it with plant-based sources. Highly processed foods and trans fats. These are often inflammatory and can contribute to weight gain, putting extra stress on joints. They also tend to be nutrient poor. Focus on a balanced diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. It's about nurturing your body with the building blocks it needs and avoiding those that actively break it down.
That's a very clear breakdown, Dr. Carlies. It emphasizes that what we put into our bodies truly matters. Do we have any audience members who'd like to ask the doctor another question?
Dr. Carlies, besides diet, what are the most crucial things older adults should limit or avoid in their daily lives to ensure their bones stay strong and their joints remain as healthy as possible? Are there hidden dangers or common habits we should be more aware of?
Absolutely. Diet is key, but lifestyle factors are equally critical for bone and joint health. Here are some crucial things older adults should limit or actively avoid. Sedentary lifestyle and lack of weight-bearing exercise. This is perhaps the biggest avoid. Bones respond to stress by becoming stronger. If you're not putting gentle, regular stress on your bones through activities like walking, jogging if appropriate, dancing, or strength training, your bones won't get the signal to rebuild, and bone density will decline faster. Limit prolonged sitting and make an effort to move throughout the day. Smoking. We touched on this for stroke, but it's equally devastating for bones. Smoking significantly reduces bone density by interfering with bone-building cells and decreasing blood supply to bones. It also hinders calcium absorption. It's one of the most detrimental habits for skeletal health. Falls. While not an avoid in the same way as a habit, preventing falls is paramount. Falls are the leading cause of fractures in older adults, and a hip fracture can be life-altering. Avoid clutter in your home. Ensure good lighting, use handrails, wear supportive shoes, and discuss any balance issues or medications that cause dizziness with your doctor. Regular balance exercises like Tai Chi can be very beneficial. Ignoring pain. Chronic joint pain is a signal. Don't simply live with it or assume it's just part of aging. Persistent pain should prompt a visit to your doctor. Ignoring it can lead to further joint damage, muscle weakening, and reduced mobility. Excessive stress and lack of sleep. Chronic stress can lead to increased cortisol levels, which can negatively impact bone density. Lack of sleep can also affect the body's repair and recovery processes, potentially exacerbating inflammation and pain. Prioritize stress management techniques and consistent, quality sleep. Certain medications. If not managed, be aware that some medications, like long-term corticosteroid use, certain antacids, proton pump inhibitors, and some anti-seizure drugs, can affect bone density. It's vital to discuss any concerns with your doctor, who can monitor bone health and adjust treatments if necessary. Never stop prescribed medication without consulting your doctor. Overexercising or high-impact activities without proper guidance while exercise is crucial. Suddenly engaging in high-impact activities without proper preparation or guidance can lead to injuries or exacerbate joint issues, especially if you have pre-existing conditions. Always consult a professional to tailor an exercise plan that's safe and effective for your current bone and joint health. It's about creating a lifestyle that actively supports your skeletal system, rather than inadvertently undermining it.
That's incredibly important advice, Dr. Carlies. It reminds us that health is truly holistic. Do we have any audience members who'd like to ask the doctor a final question?
Dr. Carlies, if someone is already experiencing joint pain or has been diagnosed with conditions like osteoporosis or osteoarthritis, what immediate steps should they take to manage the pain and slow down the progression of the disease? Beyond diet, what practical actions can they implement to find relief and improve their daily comfort?
This is a very common and pressing concern. If you're already experiencing pain or have a diagnosis, it's crucial to take a proactive and multifaceted approach. Here are immediate and practical steps to manage pain and slow disease progression. Consult your doctor, orthopedist, or rheumatologist. This is the very first and most crucial step. A proper diagnosis and personalized treatment plan are essential. They can confirm the cause of your pain, assess bone density, e.g., with a DEXA scan for osteoporosis, and recommend specific medical interventions, medications, or therapies. Pain management strategies. Over-the-counter pain relievers. NSAIDs like ibuprofen or naproxen can help with inflammation and pain, but use them cautiously and as directed due to potential side effects, especially with long-term use. Acetaminophen, Tylenol, can also be used for pain relief. Topical creams/gels. Over-the-counter pain relief creams with ingredients like capsaicin or menthol can offer localized relief. Heat and cold therapy. Applying heat, warm baths, heating pads can relax stiff muscles and increase blood flow, while cold packs can reduce swelling and numb pain. Experiment to see what works best for you. Gentle, low-impact exercise. This might seem counterintuitive if you're in pain, but movement is medicine for joints and bones. Swimming or water aerobics. The buoyancy of water reduces stress on joints while providing resistance for muscle strengthening. Walking. a fantastic weight-bearing exercise for bones and low impact for joints. Start with short durations and gradually increase. Cycling, good for joint mobility without excessive impact. Tai Chi or yoga, these improve flexibility, balance, and strength, and are excellent for pain management. Physical therapy. A physical therapist can design a tailored exercise program to strengthen muscles around affected joints, improve range of motion, and teach proper movement mechanics, which is vital for reducing strain and pain. Weight management, if you are overweight or obese. Even a modest weight loss can significantly reduce the stress on weight-bearing joints, knees, hips, spine, and alleviate pain. Assistive devices. Don't hesitate to use canes, walkers, or knee braces if recommended by your doctor or physical therapist. They can provide support, reduce strain, and improve stability, preventing falls. Supplements with caution. Discuss specific supplements with your doctor. While calcium and vitamin D are fundamental, sometimes others like glucosamine and chondroitin for osteoarthritis or magnesium might be considered, though evidence for their effectiveness varies. Your doctor can advise based on your individual needs and potential interactions. Fall prevention at home. As discussed, preventing falls is paramount. Address home hazards. Remove throw rugs, ensure good lighting, install grab bars in bathrooms, and keep pathways clear. Mind-body techniques. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness can help manage chronic pain by reducing stress and improving your ability to cope. Medications. Prescription. Your doctor may prescribe specific medications for pain, inflammation, or to slow bone loss, e.g., bisphosphonates for osteoporosis. Adhere strictly to the prescribed regimen. Living with bone and joint issues can be challenging, but there are many effective strategies. The key is to be proactive, work closely with your healthcare team, and understand that consistent, gentle effort can lead to significant improvements in comfort and quality of life.
Dr. Carlies, your insights today have been truly transformative. You've demystified complex medical concepts and provided such clear, actionable guidance on how we can actively nourish our bones and care for our joints. Your 23 years of dedication shine through, and we are incredibly grateful for your expertise and compassion.
It was my absolute pleasure, Emily. I genuinely hope this discussion empowers your listeners to take charge of their bone and joint health.
And to all our valued listeners, thank you for joining us on The Vital Years. Today's conversation with Dr. Carlies is a powerful reminder that while aging brings challenges, we are not powerless. The choices we make, particularly regarding our diet and lifestyle, have a profound impact on the strength of our bones and the health of our joints. If you found this discussion as enlightening as I did, please take a moment to subscribe to the Vital Years channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you vital health information like this, and we want to keep this conversation going. If you have further questions for Dr. Carlies or suggestions for future topics that matter to your well-being, please comment below. Your engagement helps us build a stronger, healthier community, one vital year at a time. Join us next time on The Vital Years for more essential insights into living your healthiest, fullest life.